Welcome back to Fix My Supply Chain. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest disruptions shaking global trade in 2025: port congestion and Red Sea rerouting. From strikes at major ports to geopolitical flashpoints in the Red Sea, businesses are facing shipping delays, skyrocketing freight costs, and unprecedented uncertainty. So in this video, we'll break down why congestion and rerouting are happening, the root causes from labor strikes to geopolitical risks, real-world cost impact with numbers, and most importantly, strategies to manage and mitigate these disruptions. Let's start. Problem context. Global supply chains rely on smooth port operations and reliable shipping routes. But in 2025, strikes at U.S. West Coast ports and European terminals have stalled container flows. The Red Sea conflict has forced carriers to avoid the Suez Canal, rerouting ships around the Cape of Good Hope. This detour adds 4,000 to 6,000 extra nautical miles, which means 10 to 15 additional days in transit time per vessel. Fuel costs increase by $1 million plus per voyage. Freight rates on some Asia-Europe lanes have doubled. For example, a shipment from Shanghai to Rotterdam that normally takes 30 days via Suez now takes 40 to 45 days via Cape. That's an additional 2 weeks of inventory in transit. The impact: retailers face empty shelves. Manufacturers run short on critical parts. And importers pay premium spot rates just to keep cargo moving. Root cause analysis. Why are we seeing these bottlenecks? 1. Port strikes and labor disputes. Dockworker unions in Los Angeles/Long Beach and Hamburg are pushing back against automation and wage issues. Even a 5-day strike can back up tens of thousands of containers. 2. Geopolitical conflicts, Red Sea crisis. Escalating tensions in the Red Sea have made the Suez Canal too risky. Insurance premiums for vessels passing through have spiked by 400%. Shipping lines are choosing longer, safer routes instead. 3. Infrastructure limits. Many ports still rely on aging equipment. Even when labor is available, crane productivity and yard capacity can't keep up with record trade volumes. 4. Ripple effect of congestion. When a vessel is delayed at one port, it creates a domino effect downstream. Misconnections. Containers piling up inland. Shortages of chassis and trucking capacity. This amplifies the bullwhip effect across logistics networks. Real-world example. Let's put numbers to it. A large European retailer importing 5,000 TEUs annually from Asia normally spends about $5,000 per container. With rerouting plus port congestion, in 2025, freight rate equals $9,000 per container. Extra 12 days transit equals $2.5 million tied up in inventory carrying costs. Total added annual cost equals $20 million plus. That's the price of strikes and rerouting, costs that flow straight into consumer prices. Solutions and mitigation. So, how do businesses handle port congestion and Red Sea rerouting? 1. Diversify ports of entry. Don't rely only on LA or Hamburg. Explore secondary ports like Houston, Antwerp, or Valencia. Spreading cargo reduces dependency. 2. Shift modes: sea, air, and rail. For high-value goods, some companies are using sea-air solutions, ship to Dubai, then air freight to Europe. It costs more but cuts delays by 8 to 10 days. Also, rail from China to Europe via Central Asia is regaining traction despite geopolitical risks. 3. Dynamic buffer stocking. Instead of lean inventories, add 10 to 15% safety stock for critical SKUs during high-risk seasons. This cushions against late shipments. 4. Flexible contracting. Negotiate contracts with carriers that allow for rerouting options without penalties. Shippers with rigid contracts are paying the heaviest price now. 5. Technology and visibility tools. Use real-time visibility platforms to track cargo movement. Knowing where delays are happening helps in adjusting downstream production and distribution plans. 6. Collaborative forecasting. Retailers and suppliers sharing forecast data can better plan shipments around high-risk zones. Collaboration is key to avoiding last-minute surprises. Conclusion. To wrap up, port congestion and Red Sea rerouting are not short-term issues. They create longer transit times, higher costs, and ripple effects across global supply chains. The winners will be companies that adapt quickly, diversifying routes, leveraging technology, and building resilience into their logistics strategies. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fix My Supply Chain. Drop a comment below. How is your business coping with rerouting and port congestion? Until next time, keep your supply chains moving.